Okay, so I'm Grasswalker. Hello and welcome to the Bot Masters 2022. We have ranked matchmaking against Experiment FuriousPuppy. Game 2 of a best of 3 series. FuriousPuppy. Spoiler alert, if you don't want to spoil, like, turn this off, go watch the other one. Still here? Okay. Spoiler alert. FuriousPuppy won the first game. We're going to get into the second game now. If Puppy wins this, they are advancing to play Group A's Edge AI. And if they win that, they might have a chance to win the entire tournament.
Anti-Mage.
Bloodseeker, Anti-Mage. Crystal Maiden. Some very quick early pickups for FuriousPuppy.
Earth Spirit.
An Earth Spirit, a very juicy pick, and a Slardar on top. These are aggressive, bludgeoning pick-off heroes throughout. And to counter ranked matchmaking, they pick up a Drow Ranger, followed by a Naga Siren. What else do they have in their back pocket?
Zeus.
They pick the Zeus this game. The Zeus that just beat them, they will pick that Zeus. That can be a bad sign. So for example, I used to do a lot of mixed martial arts. If you throw a certain type of attack, such as a low calf kick, and it hits them and they didn't like the feel of it whatsoever, sometimes they'll throw it back just to be like, listen, I don't like what you just did to me, so I'm going to do that to you. I think ranked matchmaking, they're picking the Zeus not because they're good at playing it, but because it just beat them and they think that the Zeus might have been key. I mean, it was the MVP, it was the best hero in that game, but Puppy showed. They picked their heroes early. Puppy didn't want the Zeus. It was ranked matchmaking. Ranked matchmaking this game chose to pick up the Zeus. So, during the tournament this far, ranked matchmaking has 3 wins and 3 losses. 2 of their wins coming up in the lower bracket that they have dragged themselves through. FuriousPuppy 5-2 in this tournament so far.
Prepare for battle.
Smoke up from FuriousPuppy. We've got Bloodseeker, who's rushing a Wraith Band. We've got 3 heroes that are gonna swoop their way down bottom and walk past this creep camp that they usually look for a pick-off in, but ranked matchmaking quite good about sticking themselves to the towers. Down here, I imagine... Well, usually the person that FuriousPuppy has standing on the cliff mid is not their mid. But this game, I'm not sure who else the mid would be. Earth Spirit mid is done, but that would leave this team with no supports except for Maiden. Slardar mid is very unusual. Bloodseeker mid is my guess for
30 seconds to battle.
who should be mid in this game. It definitely can't be Anti-Mage. It could be a difference where FuriousPuppy, they send someone to dance on the cliff if they're on Radiant side, but if they're on the Dire side, they send the real hero to dance on the cliff. Got some violence happening already. Anti-Mage has been found out by 3 heroes. Unfortunately, the net wasn't skilled, so this first blood is looking unlikely. AM will turn, so he'll take some extra hits, but Naga, you don't want to start tanking a tier 3. Wow, that hurt. Ooh, but they do come back in. Oh, they're thinking of diving for it now, but it's not good enough. Naga's dead.
Cast my body in the deep.
The Dire shared bounty, 100 gold. We have an offlane Zeus with a null to start with. He has no mana after what he attempted to do by getting first blood.
I'll take that.
I think a manaless Zeus should be an easy lane for an anti-mage to win. Bloodseeker Drow, not a lane that you see in real games, but you see Bloodseeker versus Drow in bot games quite a lot. Drow is often picked by bots, Bloodseeker is often picked by bots. Both teams love to send these heroes mid. I've probably seen or played Bloodseeker Drow mid a good 20 to 30 times in my life, which is not as many now that I've just said that out loud, but Drow should win this lane. So far what we're seeing is Drow 2-1, Bloodseeker 1-0. Drow now 3. She's beginning to show that she's winning this lane. Picks up another CS. Now she's quite firmly ahead, about to pick up a 5th. Now it's 5-1 if she gets this range creep as well. This is the uphill, but that's okay. Bloodseeker doesn't CS all of these creeps. He's going to start falling further and further behind. And then his Wraithband Iron Branch build starts to look very awkward as the lane develops. He is the first hero to hit level 3 thanks to his tower though. And then unfortunately Drow abandons the lane, takes off all the pressure to go look at the water rune, doesn't even pick it up. In the other lanes we have Magic Burst against AM. I would love to see him just pick up the counter spell just as a value point. I think you want the counter spell probably more than Mana Break in this lane. I don't see what either of these two heroes do to you if you start picking up 15% magic resist.
'Tis not for thee.
Ooh, denying the flag bearer creep. That's so cruel. Just denied 120. Oh no, the flag bearer creep. Okay, that's the other team's. That just dies to the tower. So no one gets any gold from flag bearers. Oh, I just heard Frostbite go off. Okay, never mind. Not much aggression bottom. It is worth noting we have a 1 position Enchantress in this game. Not something I have ever seen before, but maybe ranked matchmaking pulling out all the stops. The hero is farming just as well as AM is right now, 10 CS for both of them. Drow is ahead in her lane, 6-2, not that far ahead, and then Naga is ahead in her lane.
Soldier's
Oh no, Naga is not ahead because it's the 11 AM. Apologies for that. Treant has 14 denies wherever he is. He's here. The right click damage 103. Bracer first Treant, just stopping every single creep from being picked up. Now got a little bit of a burst onto the Slardar. Lots of safety tools this game. Enchantress very defensible. Treant with global heals. Naga with the song. Radiant are responding to the fact that in the first game FuriousPuppy brought every fight to them, and in this game picked up like Slardar, Earth Spirit, Bloodseeker. FuriousPuppy wants to group up and skirmish and kill heroes. The Radiant side have picked up some decent counters to that as we watch. Middle lane, here it comes. You got Bloodseeker making some aggressive moves, and out comes the Living Armor. What level is it? Only level 1, so it heals for 3 per second for 15 seconds, 45 heal, and 6 armor. That's like not eating a tango, because tango is 7 times 16, which is God knows what. What is 7 times 16? 70 and then 7 times 6, I think 36. Maybe it's 42. It's about 110 health from a tango over the course of that. So it's about half a tango whenever Treant heals you. If he levels it up, it gets closer and closer to being a full tango. You say it like that, it seems like a really shit spell, to be honest. Tiny amount of push damage coming out from the Ench. Maybe this is tipping the hand and revealing what their plan is this game. As they put 100 damage onto the tier 1. It's not much. Every little helps when it comes to pushing. Apart from that first blood where Naga fed to the tower, we've had no kills in this game. Last game, considerably more aggressive. The only hero on the Dire side that has any farm whatsoever is the Anti-Mage. 23 CS. And then you've got Drow range with 16, Enchantress with 18, Naga getting what she can out of this lane with 9, Zeus also getting a little bit out of top, he's got 4. There's no CS on that dire side. Bloodseeker has 3 CS, and that's why he can't kill the Drow, even if he ruptures her. I don't think the Drow dies unless she runs around in the rupture, because he just offers nothing. He hits for 80. Has no attack speed. A Wraithband wand. Keep an eye on mid, because that rupture might come out any moment. Doesn't feel like we're going to get many kills bottom, but if any of them will ever happen, it's going to be as a result of something dangerous.
I'll take
We've
that.
got 2 different forms of heal on the Radiant side. Naga now pushing the AM out of the lane. He's the only Dire hero to get any farm. If Naga pushes him out, that's your only hero being removed from the game right now. And Dire not willing to respond. No TPs. Anti-Mage blinks on the spot. I don't see him dying here. You never know. He's got blink in 3 seconds. He should not die. Oh, bounces the root back. Then pops a salve. He's thinking that he's going to be good to lane by the time he gets back there, and I think he's right.
My damage redoubled.
Dire has abandoned bottom lane at this point. Just running between the tier 1 and the tier 2. There's nothing here for them. Level 5, level 4 against level 3, level 4. Dire crushed in this bottom lane. And also crushed mid. We've got 23 CS, 3 CS. Drow hanging around with a double damage rune. About to pick up an arcane rune to join that double damage rune. I'd love to see him glyph so that this tower starts taking significant damage.
Denied.
Drow with a cheeky little deny there. That damage onto the Bloodseeker.
I seal you all in silence.
Misses the Gust. And then Bloodseeker misses the Blood Right. Keep an eye on this safe lane. Anti-Mage, the only hope for the Dire. Unless some kind of comeback starts happening, Anti-Mage is the only hero that has farmed during the laning stage. That could be disastrous. We've got a fight happening bottom. Enchantress, she's healing herself. She's very low. Heal, it's only level 1. Ooh, out comes the tree and heal. A stun and the TP cancelled. She does die. I think if she kept running, she would have been fine. Meanwhile, Zeus getting tower dove and not willing to commit. He knows that there's still creeps in the lane. Doesn't want to put himself to like 5% health killing that Zeus. Risk a TP. So, another kill for Puppy. That was the first blood as well, so it was worth extra. Earth Spirit might be back in this game. Let's look at the net worth. I imagine it's Anti-Mage on top and then 4 Radiant Heroes. Not as much of a convincing laning stage as I was feeling based on the CS scores. The Naga is worth more than the enemy mid, which is crazy. But other than that, oh no, Drow dies mid. That's sort of a little bit of a comeback mechanism for the Bloodseeker, who now picks up some CS. We missed that one. But he picks up 2 CS in the middle lane. As well as 250 gold for the kill. Wow! Sloppy gameplay there.
Gotcha.
Vardar, soon to be level 6. Couple heroes TPing top from ranked matchmaking. Crystal Maiden. Got no mana. Net could come out. Here's the net. Now let's see what's going to happen. You've got a couple of awkward heroes that hit quite hard. Don't have very good catch. Missing the Nature's Grasp might have been the end of that kill. Another net in 3 seconds. Zeus is coming in. He has enough mana for 1 spell. With the net, that'll pause her. Couple more right clicks. She does die. Okay kill for the Radiant side. I'm not sure if 3 heroes for CM for that long is worth it. But they'll take some kills over no kill. Anti-Mage. Top of the board. Finished Treads, he's finished Wand, he's finished Wraithband. Is the Battle Fury coming? No, he's getting lower and lower. I thought he was just going to farm, but 6-7 seconds until the next net. Don't see him dying though. It just shouldn't happen. Net bounce back. Cheeky little play, we've seen it a couple times before. The net has such an obvious cast that you should always be able to bounce it back if you want to. Oh no! Just barely lives 20 health. The Impetus, of course, doing extra damage the further away you get. Enchantress, she's level 6, but she hasn't spent her point. Put it into Impetus, she would have had that kill.
'Tis mine.
I am concealed.
Depending on how outdated Enchantress's skill build is, it's hard to visualize because I know Enchantress recently changed
Don't run
and the
off.
Untouchable is now the ult again. Running around a little bit. Bloodseeker's pretty good against Hench. Now you Drow, she's going to struggle to man up on these 3 heroes. She's going to get stunned. She's dead too.
Range.
Rank Matchmaking throwing all of the lead that they built up carefully over the last 10 minutes. Here comes another kill. Misses the stun though. Slardar, he's got a bash and 2 right clicks. There's 1. Here comes the bash. Sight stun. Kick from the Earth Spirit. Stun. Again. Silence now from the Earth Spirit. Couple right clicks. She's dead. 6 kills to 1. FuriousPuppy just taking this game back. Everything that was built up in the laning stage, the 1,000, 2,000 gold lead by ranked matchmaking, squandered. If you look at last hits, it's still Radiant dominated. And in terms of net worth, you would never imagine that it was Radiant dominated. Enchantress dead again. Earth Spirit finds himself a shovel. It's an extra 100. Oh, 75 health for Slardar. Sorry, they changed it. And that's not even the recent change. Anti-Mage. Manning up on the Zeus. Excellent Mana Void target. Pops it onto the Drow Ranger as well as the side effect. And now the Anti-Mage is dominating. Oh, sorry, it's the Crystal Maiden dominating. How is she... Why is she not? She's only 1-1. What's Anti-Mage going to build? He's got a Ring of Health. Conventional wisdom says Battle Fury Rush. But I don't know if you can call it a Battle Fury Rush if you only have Perseverance Treads at 20 minutes. Drow doesn't really seem to have any damage. Just right-clicking the AM freely for almost a minute and not achieving anything, and then CM rocks up and all the silence is dead.
Life is all a gift.
Drow's gone. Meanwhile, Treant dies mid. It's falling apart. FuriousPuppy crushing ranked matchmaking's dreams of getting out of this lower bracket to the grand final. There was this series. There's one series after this against Edge AI, and then there's one series in the lower bracket final against, I believe it's a beginner AI.
A soldier's fortune.
Now 3 heroes going in on the Naga. She hasn't skilled her ult. She's dead too. Enchantress also not skilling her ult. That's like the whole hero. If you don't skill Untouchable, you're missing most of this hero. Same with the Naga Siren.
I'll take that.
Beat.
Oh no, ranked matchmaking. Not like this. Drow's deep in the enemy jungle. He's had Tread's Wraith for about 6 minutes, just...
Regeneration.
No new items being picked up for the Drow. Beginning to fall off the cliff. Anti-Mage finishes his Perseverance at 16 minutes. Anti-Mage's Battle Fury probably on schedule 23 minutes, give or take. It's hard to estimate exactly. He's the highest farmed hero in the game, that's for sure. Once he gets his Battle Fury, he will continue to be the highest farmed hero in the game. 5 of the top 7 heroes are dire. Radiant, 4 of the top 5 are dire. Enchantress is the only one that isn't, and she hasn't skilled Untouchable, so you can almost not count her as a hero. They look for a kill on the Anti-Mage, but it's not quite gonna work. Zeus a little bit too short on mana for his Thunder God's Wrath. Pick up the CM as a little prize on the side, but it's your only second kill in the game. You're up against 12, the net worths aren't in your favour, you're not skilling your abilities. It's looking really, really rough for Radiant right. Good God, what level is everyone? Yeah, Bloodseeker's level 12. No one else is even 10 yet. How on earth has he gotten so far in net worth? Wow, with a big catch-up. Puts herself in the top 4. You've got to pick off 2 heroes, get jumped. Earth Spirit rolls in. Naga Siren first to die. Slardar, a couple of bashes. And Treant's dead. Reset, boys, says the Earth Spirit.
Invisibility.
Oh, it's looking so rough for Ranked because I don't think Ranked has the late game here.
Bounty.
Like, Naga Siren is usually an excellent late game hero, but if you don't skill her song, she's not. An Enchantress without Untouchable is a creep. Huge burst damage on the Naga. The impetuses for Enchantress coming from the high ground, but they're not enough. And they can just right-click Enchantress freely because she doesn't have Untouchable and she's dead. With Untouchable, she's fine there. 120 attack slow sets his attack speed to once every 3 seconds or something crazy. Now finds the Slardar, might be able... No, he sprints away. And again, he's hanging around to eat tangos. The slam comes down, it's a double kill for the Anti-Mage in the top lane. Mixture of CM's ult, Anti-Mage's right clicks. I mean, it's all over in my opinion. FuriousPuppy, of course, haven't yet taken a tier 1 tower. But economically, hero pick wise, the momentum, the items, even the fact that like Slardar has the trusty shovel and can dig up bounty runes. I mean, Anti-Mage is going to finish his Battle Fury eventually. Courier's going somewhere. Courier's delivering the broadsword, so Anti-Mage is, I think, 700 gold, give or take. There's the broadsword's the cheap one, actually, never mind. 1350. He's got 350. So he's 1,000 gold away from his Battle Fury. He should get that at that 23-minute mark, assuming he gets 330 gold per minute, which is an Anti-Mage, shouldn't be too bad, but he is sort of stuck on this staircase right now. Sitting out on farm. Zeus gets picked off under the Dire tier 1. Not where he wants to be. Crystal Maiden, double damage Drow, should cleave her to pieces. We've also got the Medallion of Courage from Naga Siren, a bit of synergy finally coming out.
I find it
Kill
easy
for them.
to respect.
Drow just needs to tank this tier 1. Pop it down. Treant dies and they need to stop coming to this area. Enchantress, no untouchable. Easy kill. Drow, she TP's down here to try and help, but she might just end up dying. There's the slam. The roll, the force staff. It's Earth Spirit's force that have. See, it just made it a little bit harder to get the kill, but they've got it in the end. Over the map, it's a 4-man wipe.
A long way.
It's an absolute massacre. Treant's now TPing in. Zeus could ult for a kill if he wants it. Slardar does dig up a bounty room, but just chooses not to pick it up. Echo Saber up for him now. So the slimes will come a lot sooner. Anti-Mage not quite getting that 300 gold a minute. $600 gold away from his Battle Fury.
This'll come in handy.
Using a TP to stand in the jungle. I'd love to see him just take some camps. I mean, there's nice and safe farm, easy, juicy creep money in the jungle for him. Get that Battle Fury up. Tier 1 tower falls, which means Drow ruptured on the corpse of the Tier 1 tower is dead. Enchantress, who isn't skilling Untouchable, will be an easy pick-off. And sure enough, she is. Aya just running them down. And here is Anti-Mage's Courier. What's it bringing? Which one's his? The fuck is his Courier? What was it doing? It just left him. Now he's got the Claymore. I have no idea what Anti-Mage's Courier was doing. If you're trying to build a Battle Fury, you just build that Battle Fury. This Treant is dying in the weirdest spots that I feel like it's not my fault that I'm not catching these kills. But this game is more than over at this point. I do not see any comeback occurring. Double slang, Echo Saber, right clicks onto the Zeus, he's dead. Then we've got a dive onto the Earth Spirit. He goes too deep and does give the 5th kill of the game to ranked matchmaking, but it's not going to be enough to stage a comeback. Enchantress, still no points in Untouchable. Still no points in Songs. You've got 3 creeps in the middle lane. They're all dead, there's no creeps in the middle lane. Drow can't even right-click anyone in the fight. She's dead. It's a 5-man wipe across the map. Anti-Mage's Battle Fury arrives at that moment as well. Oh no. I'm happy to cleave some creeps down. Extends the push, makes it a little bit faster to get there. And this tier 1 lift, but will fall. I'd love to see in 3 minutes Anti-Mage just take out the jungle, get the tier 1, 2, 3 neutral items available for himself.
Radiant's middle tower has fallen.
A tribute.
Drow TP's in, but it's far too ambitious. In the previous game, the Disruptor would send them back after the TP and save them. This game, they're just killing those heroes, and now the Siren is the next victim on the list. Right click's coming down onto the AM, but he's tanky. Zeus ruptured, dies. 2 more heroes go in, and it's a 5-man wipe under the tier 2 tower. They're going to keep the push going, and I mean, yeah.
Radiant's middle tower has fallen.
Ranked matchmaking, they won the laning phase. They had that 2k gold lead that they always seem to get, and then they have no mid-game availability this time. This one is an absolute thrashing. They're gonna jump this Drow Ranger under her own tier 3. She's making a run for it. She's even healed up by the tree, and the right clicks keep coming. Here's the net. Bloodseeker's being hit by the entire base, and with the Zeus ult he will die. Oh no, it was just a lightning bolt. The ult is still available to kill this CM with. There goes the bolt, double kill for Zeus. So a small hold. A good hold as well. 2 kills, each worth about 800 gold. It's 5 on 5. Look at that though. All 5 die heroes on top. AM just walking out from 5 heroes. He is silenced now. He will die. But he could have blinked at any moment. There's the next one worth 900 gold. It was the CM. final recap, anti-mage worth 1,000 gold. Radiant will transition this into a tier 1 push, but I'm not sure if they're going to finish it. So untouchable. Out comes the Rupture, the Blood Right, they're in too deep, 2 heroes dead. Drow right-clicking the Slardar, but won't even get in before they die. Blink onto the Zeus. Look at him melt. It's an absolute massacre in the middle lane. 4 heroes dead. Treant the only one to survive, and that's because he wasn't there, he was taking the outpost. The lowest hero, 5 position CM, is worth 800 gold more than their 1 position Ench. It's over, but it's just not finished.
What sort of prize is this?
If somehow ranked matchmaking comes back from this, I will scream. Because this would be the biggest comeback of the whole tournament, I think. Bloodseeker about to get himself a solo kill on Treant. Not really much he can do. He could overgrowth and run. But he will choose to die instead. Then we have Naga Siren thinking about going for a bounty. CM will clean those two up.
This'll come in handy.
Another 500 gold into the pockets of the Dire side. More than that, actually. 80 times 5, 400 times 2, 800 gold into their pockets. AM finds the Naga. She's under a tower for some reason. No ult for the Naga. She's only spent 9 of her available 12 skill points. Bloodseeker pushing with the wave. Bumps into the Naga, ruptures her, and she is cleaned up. Zeus and Drow coming in from the side, but they're so far behind it barely tickles the AM. Meanwhile, Zeus falls, but the AM does fall, and the Bloodseeker's a bit too slow, so he's dead too. Double kill for the Drow. This is the comeback hope. You take 11 more fights that are just as good as this, and you might get back in this game. That was worth 1,000 gold. 11 more of those will set this game even. Drow still not in the net worth. Dragonlance, Yasha, 2 Wraithbands, Treads. Oh, excuse me. Drow getting jumped a little bit. Just a mini jump. Pulled in, stunned, silenced, but she's happy to right-click here. Net on the CM, and it's a kill there. Now it's a killing spree for the Drow. She just got 600 gold for that, and now she's a hero. Right-clicking the AM as well. It's good damage. 1 more Impedus, he's dead. Right matchmaking, getting multiple good kills in a row, and then Drow and Enchantress are up there with the other heroes. Although 4-staff Naga under the tower, stunned with the Echo Slaver and the Bashes, she's dead. Drow under a Rupture will die. Bloodright puts the Ench to half, and with no ultimate to protect her, she's dead too. Zeus blinked and slammed. The Slardar's so confident in his team. He's blinking in at like 15% health and just manning up on a full health Zeus, and it's a 5-man wipe. Treant waiting for the bounty rune for some reason. I'm actually a little bit lucky that this isn't going to a 3rd game because I am really tired and it's really late here. I'm squeezing in these casts after like finishing a day of work. Naga going in, but that's not what she wants to do. Drow manning up on a Blade Mail Bloodseeker, but it is worth it because he's getting lower and lower. He can't quite get the Naga before he dies. That's a kill for the Zeus. This Zeus not nearly as impactful as the Zeus we saw in the last game. Aether Lens is almost complete. 32 minutes.
Damage.
Solar Crest for the Naga. Almost a BKB for the edge. SMY Blade Mail, BKB for the Bloodseeker. Anti-Mage's farm is a kind of terrible for a man that has a Battle Fury, to be honest. You would usually be expecting this inventory at maybe 22 minutes, depending on the quality of your pub and what rank you are. But I would be hoping for Battle Fury Yasha Treads at about 22 minutes, give or take, not 32 minutes. Gotta jump, middle lane, Drow, finds herself too deep, she's slammed, she's right click, she's dead. Force staff, pushes the Naga Siren in. CM ult, it's beautiful! And it gives a double kill. No, it doesn't give a double kill. I swear I heard the word double kill. Slardar with an interesting item build, he's got Force staff. Oh, I'm actually on the verge of falling asleep at the wheel in this cast. The game is over, which is why I'm falling asleep, because there's no comeback coming. Like, the graph is just getting further and further away. The high ground hold isn't there. They do not have high ground defense heroes. Drow is okay. Zeus is okay. Ancient Naga aren't heroes right now. Treant not quite a high ground defender. But in the dire jump, only 3 heroes, which means the AM getting extremely low. Impedus finishes him off. 2 heroes on the Radiant side are down, but they're chasing. Slardar's next to fall. First time he's died this game, I believe. So that feeds 1500 gold to the Naga Siren, a little bit wasted there. Earth Spirit also to fall. 800 gold for him. CM's about to appear. I mean, I criticise their high ground defense, but they get a huge high ground defense.
We hardly knew you. Just as well.
That's a 2k gold swing before we're factoring in the other 2 kills. But I wouldn't consider that a high ground defense, because 3 dire heroes just ran on the high ground to hit a hero. They weren't pushing. They were just 3v5ing. And now the Bloodseeker's in too deep. And he is soon to fall as well. The last Impedus finishes him off. Naga tanking the tower and the Rupture. Moving during Rupture, she's playing it risky. There's the other 1500, 2000 gold swing. Then we have... How much is Bloodseeker worth? 800 gold? It's a gigantic swing. It's the first really big swing in the side of the Radiant. Enchantress now a top 2 hero. Drow a top 5 hero.
Dire's bottom tower has
Maelstrom might be a bit of a game changer there. Ench's BKB finished, of course. Anti-mage, he wants Zeus. There are a couple of heroes as an anti-mage that you just always want to get, and they are Storm Spirit, Invoker, Zeus. Zeus with the gem, a little bit wasted. Of course, because he can already reveal invisible units. Being face down, anti-mage, he wants his mana. Give me your juicy, juicy mana, AM says. He could blink ahead to get a bit of a spice here going. Zeus bottling up. Also the living armor. Radiant sparing no expense to try and save this Zeus. AM getting the tower a little bit. Tanking the tower a lot. He's very low. If Zeus ults, he dies. Because he is at 200 health and Zeus ult hits for 425. The extra 40% magic resist not going to stop that. That was a huge missed opportunity there. Drow also diving tier 2s. Naga dies here somehow. AM found by the Drow. It's a solo kill. It's huge.
Amateur.
750 gold. You know, Treant dies in the enemy shot, but who cares about that? The Drow solo killed the AM. I don't know if we're looking at a comeback now. Gold lead, it's down from 15k, 16k to just 7k. If Rank Matchmaking was willing to take jungle creeps and get some neutral items, this game would be theirs, I think. Wow.
Gotcha.
Finds the Bloodseeker. She's right-clicking in. She's hasted. It's a lot of damage. The Rupture's there, but the... No, it's not enough damage. Well, depending on your opinion of Blade Mail, it's too much damage. Wow, feeds it away. Gives 700 gold to the Bloodseeker. Hands him his BKB almost. Bounty Rune has spawned under the Dire Ancient. Fountain, sorry. This Slardar depositing Bounty Runes all over the map. There's one here too. I swear there was a couple others. A couple of mangoes. Trying to look around for Slardar's deposited Bounty Runes. Here's one. So at least 3 Bounty Runes just hidden around the map. The Treant's stuck in the shop. I'm not feeling that. He's attempting to build a mech, but he doesn't understand how mech is made.
Tower is under attack.
Headdress chainmail recipe. Well, it used to be headdress buckler and a recipe. Doesn't have the headdress. So he can't figure out how to chop, so he's stuck there until he gets picked off. In the middle lane, there's a failed hold. They will repel them from the base, so depending on your opinion, it's a costly hold, but a successful hold. 1500 gold, and the gold lead all of a sudden, it's back to 12k. The 7k deficit comeback disappearing. Find the Treant. He's still trying to shop. Treant's gonna buy back so that he can stand in that secret shop. They're effectively 3 heroes don't exist on the Radiant side. I mean, Ench without the ult is not good. Naga without the ult is not good. Treant's bricked in the shops, doesn't understand how to build items. Has 9 TP scrolls.
It was worth it.
Drow gets ruptured and died. Hyperstone not going to be built into anything for her. Not for a long time, at least. 900 gold for that recipe. She has 500 in the bank. She's going to be dead for 60 seconds. Zeus doing his best impression of a base holding hero. And sure enough, he's doing an okay job. Kicks them back out of the base. See that they're still pushing. Anti-Mage cleaving the waves down. Zeus doing his best push attempt. And sure enough, successfully again. No damage onto the tower. They've also got living armor up. Then they decide we're going to go in on the Zeus. Try and stop him from pulling this. And it's another hold. And another feed. Oh dear. Like if the Treant had not really done anything and just AFK'd in the base, he would have an Ags by now and he could just Ags up every lane for that super D push with the overgrowth. They find the anti-mage, he dodges the net, but I don't know if you can dodge everything forever. Does he have blink? Not quite, he's dead.
It's neither fair nor
AM
foul.
not using the start he was given. There was a time when this AM had the most farm, the most CS, he was the hero that looked like he was going to take over this game, and just got 7 and 6. He hasn't felt like an impactful hero this game. I don't know if we've seen Naga use Mirror Image this game. Drow finds the Bloodseeker. This time Bloodseeker's a lot lower, but so's the Drow. It's the Slardar. He's going man mode. Double kill for him. Oh, and they find the Naga as well. It's an absolute massacre. Just bring the Slardar along. He knows what to do. Ags finished off the back of that fight. They just feed him. Double kill, and it's hidden behind the chat, so I can't quite see how much he got, but...
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
He should definitely have his
Dire's
eyes finished
middle
now.
tower
Zeus
is under
thinking of
attack.
trying to pretend to be a holding
Radiant
hero, but
structures
it's
are
a little bit
fortified.
dangerous. Slider has a force staff and a blink. He has a long range of catch. Double catapults cleaning up
Radiant's
the
bottom
tower,
tower
even through
is
the
under
living
attack.
armor.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
There is your tier 2 bot fallen.
Radiant's bottom
Meanwhile,
tower
tier
has
top
fallen.
falling to creeps. That's 4 wagons? How does 4 wagons happen?
Radiant's
Like,
top
how
tower
on
is under
earth
attack.
does this wave build itself to just occur like this? Because that's just a tower killing wave, and I think this wave can then
Radiant's
go
top
on
tower
and
has
threaten
fallen.
Rax. It's not going to take Rax, but I envisage that this tower might end up at maybe like half health. And the catapults hit so hard.
Earth's bounty.
And again, there aren't really any creeps to tank it. This wave needs to get here. They don't have a standard bearer either. They're about to lose their ranged creeps. Oh no. Okay, maybe this won't be a Raxing wave. And forget what happened with the fights and stuff. Just enjoy the creep equilibrium with me. So we've got 5 melee oh no, the creeps get here as well. Yeah, this wave has just not pushed at all. Now the creeps are feeding themselves to the tower. They're going to get a little bit of damage done, but not really anything at all. Meanwhile, if you want to see actual damage onto the building, look at these 2 heroes. Slardar chonking that to about half. Catapult still doing a respectable 300 damage before suiciding off. And cleaving down the wave, getting the push, so it's in the base. Veil of Discord onto both of them. Out comes the bolt, out comes the silence, but it doesn't really connect on anyone. Mana Void onto the Zeus. The net bounces off, but Drow, she's got a double kill if she wants it here. She's got it.
A lonely death.
It's a hold. Both towers still healthy. This one being healed up, this one never really having taken that much damage. Drow casually receiving 1400 gold to whatever she wants to spend it on. Looks like a BKB is the choice. Tree is stuck still. Oh no. We've got Sproink Ags, but still no untouchable. Oh, she does a Sproink and Peters combo to take out the creep. Showing us what it's capable of. Fire heroes on the hunt. Enchantress is like, please, God, don't find me. And the TP took forever.
Run off.
I don't know where she thought she was TPing to, but that took like 8 seconds of TP channeling time.
Healing power.
Rupture. And she's dead.
To my heart.
I don't know how the maiden gets that. Bounty available. They don't want it. Slardar grabs the ceremonial robe. Cult Bracer for the Bloodseeker. Spell Prism is huge for the Crystal Maiden, actually. So genuine items picked up. Tumbler's Toy not really going to make any difference
Dire's
for a
bottom
Drow.
tower
You
is
want to
under
pick up those
attack.
tier 4s that have been available for the last 8 minutes. See where, if anywhere, this Radiant push goes, because they do have an okay sized wave. Top tower is at full. Dire has a much bigger wave. Dire also has a glyph.
Radiant's middle tower
And the flag
is under
bearing.
attack.
All the TPs start coming back. Drow right-clicking in. So much damage onto the anti-mage, so much damage onto the Earth Spirit. Earth Spirit's dead, AM's dead, it's a double kill. The high ground defense is there, even 2v5 effectively. Net onto the CM, it goes through BKB. Right-clicks from the Drow also go through BKB. It's a triple kill for Drow, which is the second highest hero in the game right now. BKB is finished. She's got 1,200 gold to spend. And she starts picking up Skadi, Satanic, that kind of business. Rank matchmaking. I mean, the comeback is real. It's been real twice. They got it to a 7k lead there. They've got it to a 10k lead here. I cannot believe they're getting good fights out of this. That Zeus that died, I thought it was the Treant, but he's with the team.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
Treant has a crown on his courier. Meanwhile, Force Staff Rupture on the Naga Siren. Right click's coming in from the ground. She hits hard, but I'm not sure if she hits hard enough. Slardar will die, but will the Bloodseeker. Bloodright's coming through, but it's a silence. It doesn't stop anything else. BKB, right click's going in. Bloodseeker's dead. It's an absolute massacre middle. Drow gets a double kill. Tier 2, it's gonna melt because Drow hits so hard.
Dire's middle
She's got 3k gold to spend. She buys the Manta in full, effectively. Drow bringing the ultimate orb to herself first, and then the Manta recipe, assumably trading Wraithband. They find Anti-Mage for a second. They find him again. The right clicks are coming in. Blink in 1 second. He fucks the blink up. He's dead.
You okay?
And now they're thinking of high grounding. And I'm not sure if Dire can stop them. I've criticised high ground defense before, but Earth Spirit got 3 clicks there. No uphill miss for him. Drow's the top hero in the game. MVP if they win this, for sure.
Such as tomorrow.
Oh my lord. And it's down to a 7k lead, which at 50 minutes means nothing. Titan Sliver picked up for the Enchantress. That's huge! That's actually a really big item. 20% damage, 16 magic resist, 12% status resist. Also got an Aquila on the Zeus, which is good. I mean, it's a free item slot. It gives you decent stats and an aura.
Dire's middle tower
Mana
is
regen
under
probably
attack.
not mattering at 50 minutes, but the 2 armor can make a little bit of a difference here and there. Enchantress trying to solo push this. She does get 1,000 damage on that tower. Then gets the Crystal Maiden's attention.
Where are you
I'm
going?
pretty sure, as we're
I'll take
watching,
that.
the Ench will kill the CM. Never mind, a little bit too far. Now it's Slardar who's on the hunt. On the deck. Beam Gun Drow, picking up a Hurricane Pike. Force Staff already finished. Just needs to stash the recipe to herself. Ench did die up there, unfortunately for her. And those deaths can be really quite costly, because how much was that buyback? 1,400 gold? That's almost an item. 2 of them buybacks, you're an item behind, and... Drow, she wants this tier 2 bot. The whole team's with her. They bought back for this. Tree is also stuck in the shop still. He's managed to assemble himself a 4 staff and a crown. Still can't figure out the mech. There needs to be a timer. Something like if Treant can't shop for a full minute, just give up on shopping. Out breaks the fight. Naga Siren in way too deep, far too early, forced in deep. Zeus is next on the thing, right clicks onto the Treant. The Anti-Mage will fall to the Impetuses. The only 2 heroes that matter are still up and right-clicking. And your Bloodseeker, it's a huge Impetus. It puts him so low. About 35 health, I think he was on. Dire spent the whole fight cleaning up the heroes that honestly don't matter that much. Cleaning up Zeus is nice, especially before he gets the ult off, but Naga Treant do not matter at all. All of the damage and time was spent on those 2 heroes. The defense is still available for Dire. Tier 2 is dead.
Dire's bottom tower
High ground
has
surely not an option for Radiant. Oh, my whole game is lagging in this fight. I'm seeing right clicks onto the CM. CM's dead. We've got a Ruptured Drow. She's right clicking. She's dead. And then your dieback Enchantress will fall too.
Run off.
Too greedy for too long. Can't push like that forever, and we're gonna have Ags on Drow soon. It's about 600 gold away. If she had TP'd out and decided to farm a little bit, she would have had that axe. Treant doing an okay job of the D-push. His Nature's Grasp will clear out all of these range creeps, and that might net him a small fortune. Treant's net worth going up by about 1,500 gold based on that wave. Here we go. Treant successfully assembles a Solar Crest. Now he's got a Ring of Regen. I think if he just gives up on the mech, he'll be okay. He doesn't give up on the mech, he goes back to a shop and gets stuck again. Ranked matchmaking. Making Puppy work for this. We've been looking at their high ground defense all game long as exquisite, very strong. And this is the first time Dire has been pushing in about 15 minutes. It's the first time Dire has had some momentum go in their direction. Anti-Mage uses the shovel, finds a creep.
Fortune.
That creep is helping D-push for the Radiant side.
Regeneration!
Living Armor trying to prevent the push a little bit. Drow with a beautiful little lightning proc. They're pushing bot as well. Drow with a BKB just kind of to clear the wave. She's running in, but there's not much BKB left. It's only 2v5. The whole thing's lagging. I can't see anything. Anti-Mage gets in. There's a bash onto the Drow. She's dead. Zeus is dead. Buyback's available, but they don't have gold for it. This might be the beginning of the end as Dire is already in the base. Net, Bloodseeker or BKB it off. Nice damage coming in from the Enchantress onto the Bloodseeker, but is it enough? Nargothrond's playing Distracto. If only they had Song of the Siren, they could save their own life and prevent the push of the base, but unfortunately, they're not skilling it, they're not going to have it. The right clicks are coming in. Bloodseeker is low, he's netted. The further he gets, the harder he repeats hits. One little TP, a couple of hits would finish him. Yet she'll leave him. Glyph is used, a decent glyph. It's going to fix bottom a little bit. Going to try to fix mid. Ench pops BKB, she's right clicking on the Slardar, puts him quite low, makes him think about leaving, right clicks onto the AM.
Nature attend us.
Out comes the Sproink, that's javelins on everybody. Right clicks onto the Crystal Maiden, just being a right clicking hero with the range of the Hurricane Pike from the Dragonlance inside of it is keeping them out of the base. Now, Enchantress leaving the base with a casual Sproink, kills the CM!
You did your best.
The hold is real! Glyph and Enchantress right clicks will keep them out of the base.
Where are you going?
Finds the Slardar, slows him. Needs a bit of vision. Couple right clicks, he's dead. Double kill. Enchantress picks herself up 1,250 gold for killing that Slardar. She gets 1,000 for the CM. That's 3k gold, give or take. That gives her Scythe. Oof. They're going to go pick up this bounty, which is really funny because there's another one right there. 120 gold each. That's 600 gold for the team. Better than a tower. Drow and Zeus pushing mid. Everything's lagging. There's too much shit on the floor. The game's trying to load all these mangoes. Stuttering. We're going at 2 frames a second. 1 frame a second. Drow, she's hunting the PowerPoint Bloodseeker. Now that we're putting the camera away from those 15 mangoes that are on the floor middle. Drow in such a dangerous position right here. 0 vision on the map. Grabs that outpost. 55 minutes in. We're going to see a fight. We're going to see bits and pieces of a fight. Player perspective, the Drow. This Radiant is doing a high ground push. They've got catapults, they've got creeps, they've got a Nimbus in the enemy base. We've got a Bloodright Rupture onto the Naga. She BKBs. I don't know if you want to be wasting your spells on her because the Drow, she's cleaving the arrows. She's killed the AM, now she's killing the Bloodseeker. That's 2 down. It's dominating streak for the Ench. All of that for the Naga. I don't think the Naga matters, the Nimbus. Right clicking down on the Crystal Maiden, the Impetus, it flies across. I'm getting 0 frames per second. Bloodseeker buys back, CM buys back, the glyph, it's available, it's used, the glyph finishes. Right clicks in. Drow trying to get out of the base, but Enchantress is not trying to get out of the base. If only she had Untouchable, it would be a completely different game.
Now you dwell.
Slowing the enemy attack speed by 265 would be absolutely bonkers right now. Has all of her level 30 talents and stats. How do you not skill the ultimate even at level 30? Oh no. Hour, dead for the Radiant side. Ranked matchmaking AI in a game where I was calling it over at 20 minutes is the first team to crack the base. But now they're in a horrifically dangerous position. It's 3v2 mid. Zeus is there, Drow's there, the silence is on 3, the arrows, they're splintering, but Zeus is dead, now it's Drow against the world. I don't know why they're running away from her, I'm pretty sure you can take her.
Silence
Ada. I think he thought about going in, but chose not to in the end. Drow worth 28,000 gold. Almost got MKB.
Soldier's fortune.
Oh my lord, she finds the Earth Spirit, but then gets Yulesed. Earth Spirit, cheeky way to get out of that. Ooh, neutral items being picked up more and more for the dire side. Got an Eye of the Vizier now. I don't know if 20% minus mana is good for the Earth Spirit though. Drow might find herself a CM kill. This is, I think, 3 clicks for
Dire's
her.
middle barracks are under attack. Radiant's top tower is under
CM
attack.
almost finding the courier. Monkey King Bar recipe, 670 gold.
Radiant's
only
top
has
tower
400.
is under attack.
Naga, meanwhile,
Dire's
has taken
middle
racks.
barracks are under attack. Dire's
No one
structures
is
are
willing to stop the
fortified.
Naga pushing.
Radiant's
trying to
top
cut the
tower
wave.
is under attack.
But that's not going to stop the wave that's already in there. The Bloodrite needs to do that. Bloodseeker is in, his BKB, his Blade Mail, he's ruptured the Drow. Drow's going to BKB up. She's going to try and silence the Crystal Maiden, who's going
Radiant's
to
top
use her
tower
own
is under
BKB.
attack.
Now she's bleeding heavily through this rupture, but she hits so hard.
Many a grave is hidden.
CM's dead as well.
Middle barracks
They just
are
need to
under
man up
attack.
on these racks now. First racks of the game fall for the
Dire's
favour of ranked
middle
matchmaking.
barracks
Maybe
has
they could
fallen.
throne it.
Dire's middle barracks has
They think
fallen.
about taking bot racks.
Radiant's top
They don't have any
tower is
creeps
under
for bot
attack.
racks. An awkward posturing. Oh, running around so low. She needs some kind of life steal.
Radiant structures are fortified.
Radiant, they're gonna glyph because
Radiant's
they're
top
worried about
tower
these
is
dire
under
heroes
attack.
that are aiming for a Rax. Wow, she almost finds the Earth Spirit Glimmer Cape. Way.
Radiant's top tower has fallen.
There, onto the Earth Spirit. He's dead.
Turned ultimate.
Radiant's
Looks like it's
top
going to be a
barracks
trade
are
of
under
racks.
attack.
Bounty approved. Spawned in the enemy base. A nice gift for them.
Radiant's top barracks has fallen.
So, mid racks for the Radiant, top racks for the
Radiant's
Dire,
top barracks
and then
has
Radiant
fallen.
wants bottom racks
Tis
2.
mine.
Radiant gave up their racks to try for this.
Dire's bottom tower
And I
is
don't think
under
that was the
attack.
play. Drow needs to hit. She's all of the damage. She needs to be the one hitting this tower right now. There's a buyback from the Earth Spirit. Not willing to man up in the base, which means everyone's stuck fighting under the tower. It's 3v1. Onto the Naga. Naga's already dead. Drow's here now. BKB, arrow split. It's huge damage from the Drow. Drow thinking of diving the fountain. She wants to be careful she doesn't get force staffed
Dire's
into the
bottom
enemy
tower is
fountain.
under attack.
Drow really needs to just man up on this tower. She's the only hero on the Radiant side that can kill it. She's ruptured. She's dead. She may as well do some building damage while she's still alive, but she chooses not to, and this tower will live for another day. The creeps will take out the mini building, or not. Earth Spirit looking like he wants to defend. The gem is revealing this dire ward. I can't check the range of the gem, but that gem I'm 90% sure is revealing that Radiant ward, a dire ward, sorry. So whenever Radiant pushes, they can just clean up that ward. Dire has left catapults in their base. Range creeps look like they might clean up one. No, range creeps aren't going to clean up one, so catapults and super creeps immediately going to take out this building, then move their attention onto the tier 4s. One tower, that's the worst split you could get. If the super siege creeps hit one onto each of the tier 4s, that's as bad as it gets. Radiant should glyph this just for these, just to keep doing hits. So if you glyph, those stay alive. These kill those, they run into the base, and they get in the range of the tower, and those catapults stay alive. Dire is massively pushing bot lane. Radiant is a small bit pushing top lane. Radiant are pushing mid in the nature that their creeps are the ones that are deeply in. But Dire is going to be in the base soon. 10 seconds and Dire's hitting a tier 3. Where's the Drow?
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Oh my lord, Drow's TPing in bottom lane. She's under the tower, but it's 3v1. Is she actually going to make this work? Rupture, Hurricane Pike, she's dead. No buyback. Drow, throw-ish. Here comes the glyph. It's going to kill the CM, I think. That CM is dead. Very funny. I love it when a cheeky glyph does something. Creeps, they've nearly took down a tier 4, but it's nothing compared to the push of 3 heroes. So we're going to pick up the second racks of the game. Creeps will get this tier 4 on this push, I believe.
Radiant's bottom barracks has fallen.
First tier 4 down.
Dire's middle tower has fallen.
Dire could go for mid racks, get absolute super mega creeps, the whole shebang if they wanted to go for it.
Under attack.
Middle racks, the saving grace for the Dire side, who still haven't pushed. They were here-ish like 5 minutes ago. They find a Stygian Desolator though, which is absolutely huge. They have a Stormcrafter, which is
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
But Stygian Desolator, if the Drow picks it up, that's big. How do I check the... 60 damage, reduce armor by 10. That's not as good as I remember thinking it was. Dire, they're pushing mid now, and Radiant still hasn't gotten anywhere. Radiant's just dancing in the creep wave. They're gonna lose this game. Arcane Rune picked up. Enchantress accidentally jungling with the Sproink, but just not doing anything. The push is in mid. They're gonna get mega creep. FuriousPuppy, the only team willing to end the game. Drow, we saw this earlier. Stygian Desolator this time though, but BKB's already used and she's already dead.
I die.
She can't hold the base by herself. Where's the rest of her team? They're not playing the game. Zeus is here-ish. They're not hitting the tower yet because a couple of creeps are alive thankfully, but without Drow, I don't know if we can hold this. Rupture on the Zeus now. Where's the rest of the team? They're under tier 4s. It's such an easy TP if they want it. Zeus 1v1ing against that anti-mage. Enchantress is here now, finally. She gets a kill on the Slardar, a kill on the Bloodseeker. It was this easy all along. Double kill for the Zeus. The hold is there.
You anti-mage, other than you hating everything
Oh my god.
represent.
2k gold for killing the Drow. That Spirit, he wants to push. He's like, please, let it end. It's 70 minutes in. But if you want an elimination match where ranked matchmaking is saying, I don't want to go home, this shows that they deserve to be here. Neutral items we got going. Nothing new really. The Stygian Desolator is still the biggest one on the map. Like, that thing is huge. Zeus is about to pick up the outpost for what that helps. Drow's going to be up in 20 seconds. Zeus is about to pick up 2 or 3 bounty runes as well. Bounty runes at this point in the game are worth, I think, 150 gold each.
Bound a
150
fitting
each
bounty.
times 5. That's 750 gold to his team. It's like a 1.5k gold swing.
I can
Okay,
do
this
with
day,
more.
is it? Drow buys back! Why? You were respawning in 2 seconds! She literally had, I think, 2 seconds on her respawn timer and she buys back. There's the Stygian Frost Arrow marksmanship split. It's absolutely brutal. Naga Siren struggling with her item build as well. Pipe boots in the backpack. Trying to keep these super creeps out of top lane. Treant stuck in the shop. It's literally 1v5. Drow versus the world. The Ench has helped as well, to be honest. 4k gold on that Ench. I would love to see her pick something up. Honestly, when it's 70 minutes in, maybe it's time for a rapier. Wow, Drow's bouncing attacks. They hit really hard. Naga gets picked off in the enemy jungle. If only Drow had manned up on these buildings and they had this Rax, and it was 2 Raxes apiece, because this game feels like it should be a little bit closer than it is.
Dire's bottom
Catapult.
tower is under attack.
The Stygian Desolator, she hits it once and that helps the creeps get it. She's not willing to commit.
Dire's bottom tower has
Sprinkle
fallen.
to clear out some of the creep wave.
Dire's
Drow
bottom
just needs to hit
barracks are under
racks.
attack.
And she does. Look how hard she hits when she hits them. Oh my god, they could just throne if they wanted to.
Dire's bottom
There's only
barracks
this much
has
left.
fallen.
That's like 5 seconds of right clicks. They find the CM. Gonna BKB. I think this might kill the Drow if Drow doesn't BKB. She's got no buyback. She's gonna BKB but run into the enemy team and it's an absolute disaster.
Wasn't worth it.
She's dead for
Thy
2
soul
minutes and I
must be
think
dead.
that's the throw that will lose them the game. Puppy is more than willing to push. There is a base race on offer in the sense that there is a super siege creep. There's a big wave coming in. The wave will clear out the dire creeps. I mean, it's super on super violence. So I don't know if it will clear it out that much. No, dire's looking like it will push out. So no base race on offer.
Radiant's
no buyback
middle
to the
tower
Drow
is under
because she
attack.
wasted it.
Radiant
Power,
structures are
it's
fortified.
Glyph. That Glyph would have benefited this creep wave momentum. Treant stuck in the shop.
Radiant's middle tower
Enchantress
has fallen.
Naga, they're standing top. I mean, they're seeded
Radiant's middle barracks are
mega
under attack.
creeps.
Radiant's
Ranked
middle barracks has
matchmaking.
fallen. The Dire
They
now
lose it
have
in the end, but they prove me wrong. It's not a stomp. This
Radiant's
was
middle tower is under attack.
honestly, I think the best game of the tournament so far. And I feel really
Radiant's
bad for
middle
how
tower has
condescending
fallen.
and shit talky I was during the early game. But maybe that just
Radiant's
makes
middle
it
tower
feel
has
better.
fallen.
Zeus is TPing back. The throne, they're not
Radiant's
willing to
ancient
hit
is
it.
under attack.
FuriousPuppy wants to be careful because Drow's up in 30 seconds. They've turned around to hit creeps. Okay, now they're finishing it. No, they're not. You've got 5 heroes here, but none of them are throning. I think the CM's the only one throning. Every now and then the Slardar hits it. It will be over. Drow, 20 seconds, a little bit too long. No glyph available.
Radiant's
No
ancient
defense
is
offered
under
either.
victory.
And ranked matchmaking is eliminated from the tournament. FuriousPuppy will go on to face against Edge AI. First time those two teams have faced. Group B against Group A. We'll see how that goes. Let's do some post-game analysis of this one. Whoever clicked this video seeing that it was an hour and a half long and went, yeah, that's how I want to spend my afternoon. Thank you. I'm glad that you're here. And if you're listening to this, it means you were still here and probably here for the whole time. Shout out to you. Big up the person that watched this for 90 minutes. And I hope that you enjoyed it as much as I did, because this was a stellar game. The frame rate drops from the amount of shit that was on the map was glorious. It's got to be MVPs all over the place. I'm going to give multiple MVPs this game. I'm going to go Drow, Enchantress. It's hard to say that because I don't want to give Ench the MVP because of not skilling the ult, but she does deserve it based on some of them solo holds. On the other side of things, I mean, that Slardar was absolutely exceptional. I'm going to give Slardar 2 MVPs, which has never been done before, and honestly, I don't think should ever be done again. CM Bloodseeker also played very well. Earth Spirit played quite well. I'm not sure if they're MVP level, but we'll see when we get into the graphs. That neutral item pickup towards the end, the Stygian Desolator picked up by sproinking a small camp on accident. Crazy to see something like that. Drow with 100,000 damage or thereabouts. Bloodseeker with 80,000 damage. I'll give him an MVP for that. So we've got 2 Slardars, a Bloodseeker, a Drow, and then 5 MVPs in this game. Wards and 3 gems purchased. Ultimate's not skilled. I cannot imagine how much different this game would be if the ultimates were skilled, if Drow had pushed that bot lane when she did. If when Drow was in the base pushing bot lane, if she didn't chase after a CM and go mid and die, if she just tried to throne it, I think they win this game. This was a very winnable game for them. Rank matchmaking, they were ahead in the laning stage, about 2k gold. Same story as last game. Massive throw in the mid game. I mean, look at it. They were like 15,000 gold behind. They had a bit of a comeback, and then they were 18,000 gold behind. It looked so over for so long. Even at about 25 minutes around here-ish, it looked so hopeless for ranked matchmaking to play this game. And they somehow clawed a complete comeback. It was nearly even. It was within 1k gold lead. Huge game. I mean, following the hero net worth is going to be funny. I mean, the anti-mage felt like he was going to be so good this game. He was way on top in the laning stage, and he just began to fall off. Not in terms of net worth, but just in terms of not doing anything that mattered. And then you've got that sort of 20 minutes in, it's 4 die heroes on top, 25 minutes on, it's 5 die heroes on top, and it looks over. And they keep that, and there's a little bit of a comeback here and there. Drow gets a bigger comeback here, but it still looks so hopeless for them. Drow ends up top of the net worth after some huge base holds. They end up grabbing racks, they trade racks, there's base races. In the end, Drow and Ench were the most valuable heroes in the game, and their team lost. Drow buybacks with 1 second left on her respawn timer. This game was absolutely insane from start to finish, and it was a massacre of a full-on 70-minute game. I've got no more. I don't want to sit around doing an analysis on this because it's like 2 a.m. I started planning this recording at midnight, setting up the OBS, putting the team things there. Next thing I know, it's 2 a.m. Factor in the draft, the pre-game, the post-game. Ugh, what a game, though. But it does mean FuriousPuppy will advance in this tournament, and ranked matchmaking's underdog run through the lower bracket has come to an end. It was beautiful to see whilst it lasted. Thank you for joining me, and I'll see you in the rest of the lower bracket. Bye.